everyone, and congrats. If you've clicked this link, chances are you're going to be parents soon, probably for the first time. It's an exciting situation, and a stressful one. Let's face it, up till now, you've only made decisions for yourself. Wrong choices suck, right? But so far, they've mostly only affected you. Now, though, there's going to be a whole other life form directly affected by your decisions. You're going to be making choices for two now, and that's a scary thought. Tell the truth. How many parenting books have you read in the past few months? How many websites have you pored over, trying to decide which is the best brand of diapers, or whether or not organic baby formula is worth the price, or if painting your little girl's bedroom pink will pressure her to conform to gender expectations too early? And obviously, since you've clicked this link, one of the big decisions you've been worried about is vaccination. This isn't an issue that you can dwell on for long. Your baby is scheduled to get her very first vaccination before she even leaves the hospital that first day. That first vaccine protects your child against hepatitis B, a nasty little virus causing inflammation of the liver. Believe me, it's not something you want to get. In most cases, you'll come down with nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain that'll leave you heaving over the toilet for weeks, and jaundice that'll turn your skin and eyes a sickly yellow color before your body finally manages to clear out the germs that have declared war on your liver cells. In other cases, they'll miss some, leading to a permanent, chronic infection that can lead to liver cancer that can kill you in months, or cirrhosis that will turn your liver into a shriveled, malfunctioning mess. It's not like it's rare either. It's estimated that 2 billion of the people on Earth right this second have been infected with hepatitis B at some point in their life, including 12 million Americans. Roughly 300 million are chronically infected, and many don't even know it, which increases the risk that they'll spread it to others. About 780,000 people die every single year as a result from the direct complications of Hep B. Right about now is when you're holding up your hands and saying, "Wait a second, little Miss Smarty Pants. Ain't Hep B bloodborne? You know, the type of virus you get through sex and needle sharing?" To which I will fold my hands together and say, yes, you are correct. Then you'll narrow your eyes and say, "Didn't you say before that my baby's gonna get her first dose of this vaccine before she even leaves the hospital?" You see me nod curtly and let out a long, low sigh. So why the H-E double hockey sticks does an infant need a vaccine that prevents against a disease spread by drug addicts and happy fun times? It's a reasonable question, I'll admit. Your kid hopefully won't be shooting up heroin or playing doctor with a kid from down the road for quite some time. But I promise you, there are several very good reasons why they need the vaccine at birth. Namely, because sex and needles aren't the only ways the virus is spread. Hep B ain't anything like HIV. When HIV hits the open air, it's pretty much dead. Kaput. Gone to infect that great big T cell in the sky. Hep B, on the other hand, can survive outside the body in blood and saliva for up to a week. Let's say there's a kid with Hep B who takes your kid's school bus. The bus loads up with kids, Mr. Driver Dude screams at them all to sit down and shut up. The wheels on the bus go round and round and all that jazz. And then Hep B kid gets a nosebleed. Have you seen how much noses can bleed? 1 second, you're sitting there all hunky-dory. The next, there's virus-laden strawberry jam everywhere. Mr. Driver Dude cleans it all up, cursing spectacularly under his breath. But being a bus driver and not a janitor, he misses a spot. Your kid sits down in Hep B's kid's seat 2 days later. He's got a paper cut. Not a big deal, nothing to cry over. Said paper cut brushes that spot of dried blood. Guess who's got Hep B now? As scary as that sounds, there's an even more important possible infective source. You. Birth is messy. At the end of the day, there's not really much way to tell the difference between a place where a woman gave birth and a crime scene from a murder mystery flick. And guess who's exposed to all that blood as mom gives birth? That's right, the kid. Right now you're glaring at me and saying, how dare you? I don't have Hep B. But remember, only about 1/4 of Hep B cases are ever diagnosed. You could be a chronic carrier right now and not even know it. And, unfortunately, this is the most dangerous way to get Hep B. Hep B is incredibly unpleasant when gotten as an adult, but there's only a 10% chance that it'll go chronic. If you get it as an infant, though, there's a 90% chance it'll be chronic. That's why it's so important to give the vaccine at birth. That first dose will protect against just about any Hep B virus that might have come from mom's blood. 95% guaranteed. Moral of the story, get your baby vaccinated against Hep B. That's one choice you won't regret. But hey, don't take my word from it. I'm just some microbiome major who's taken a couple of immunology courses. Talk to your doc. They'll back up what I've said. And once again, congratulations, new parent.